Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Learning English podcast, where mastering English is simple, fun, and exciting. I'm your host, Paul, and I'm absolutely thrilled to be here with you today. Whether you're tuning in from your cozy home, while driving in your car, or maybe even preparing a delicious meal in the kitchen, I'm so happy you've joined me. Before we dive into today's topic, I want to kindly ask you to subscribe to our podcast. It's called the Learning English Podcast, and your subscription helps us reach more people who want to improve their English. Also, please give this episode a big thumbs up, hit that like button, and share it with your friends, family, or anyone learning English. Your support means the world to us and helps spread the joy of learning. Alright, are you ready to get started? Let's jump right in. Today, we're talking about one of the most common questions you'll hear when you're learning English or meeting new people. Tell me about yourself. This question pops up everywhere, in a new classroom, at a job interview, when you're chatting with someone at a party, or even during a casual conversation with a new friend. It might seem simple, but sometimes it's hard to know exactly what to say or how much to share. Don't worry, though, I'm going to make it super easy and fun for you to answer this question confidently. I'll share my own story as an example, give you lots of tips and sample answers, and by the end of this episode, you'll be ready to talk about yourself in any situation with a big smile. So, let's begin with my own introduction to show you how it's done. My name is Paul, that's spelled Pil, a short and simple name that's easy to say in many languages. I'm from Canada. Born in a small town surrounded by beautiful forests, sparkling lakes, and snowy winters that make everything look like a postcard. Right now, I live in a quiet small town in Canada, in a cozy house with a little garden where I grow colorful flowers and fresh vegetables like tomatoes and cucumbers. I'm 28 years old, which I think is a great age because I've got some life experience, but I'm still young enough to keep learning and trying new things every day. My job? I'm an English teacher, and I absolutely love it. I teach here on the Learning English podcast, and sometimes I teach students in person too. Helping people improve their English and seeing them gain confidence is so rewarding. It's the best part of my day. I come from a small but wonderful family. I have a younger sister named Sarah, who's a music student and plays the piano so beautifully that it gives me chills. My mother is a writer, she creates amazing stories and books, and my father is a doctor who helps people stay healthy. They're all so creative and kind, and spending time with them always makes me happy. Oh, and I can't forget my pet. I have a dog named Max, a small, brown, super friendly pup who loves to run around and wag his tail at everyone he meets. He's like my little buddy who's always there to cheer me up. When it comes to my favorite things, I have a few. My favorite food is pizza, especially vegetable pizza loaded with tomatoes, peppers, and onions. It's healthy, delicious, and I could eat it every single day. But here's a confession, I don't like olives at all. I always pick them off my pizza because their taste just isn't for me. My favorite color is blue, like a clear summer sky. It's so calm and peaceful. And no surprise, my favorite animal is a dog because they're loyal, playful, and just make life better, just like Max. For hobbies, I love listening to old rock music. It's so energetic and puts me in a great mood. I also play soccer with my friends every Saturday. Running around the field and laughing together, it's the perfect way to stay active and have fun. And when I want to relax, I watch comedy movies because nothing beats a good laugh. One thing I don't enjoy? Waiting in long lines. It's so boring, and I get impatient standing there for ages. So, that's a bit about me, but let's talk about how you can answer, "Tell me about yourself," in your own way. The key is to keep it simple and choose just a few things to share, depending on the situation. Let's start with your name. It's the easiest place to begin. For example, you could say, "Hi, my name is Sophia," or, "Hello, I'm Ahmed." It's short, clear, and friendly. Next, you can talk about where you're from. Maybe you're from Brazil, Japan, or India. You could say, I'm from Mexico, or I come from Italy, and I love the food there. Adding a little detail about your country or hometown, like, my city is famous for its beaches, makes it more interesting and gives the other person something to ask about. For example, I'm from Spain, and my town has beautiful mountains. Now, let's talk about where you live. Maybe you live in the same place you were born, or maybe you've moved somewhere new. I live in a small town, but you might live in a big city or a village. You could say, I live in a big city, it's busy but exciting, or I live in a small village and it's very quiet. You can also mention if you live in a house or an apartment and what you like about it. For instance, I live in an apartment in New York and I love the energy of the city, or I live in a house with a big backyard where I can relax. Age is another thing you can share, but only if you're comfortable. You could say, I'm 20 years old, or I'm in my 30s. If you don't want to share your exact age, you can keep it general, like, I'm a young adult, and move on to something else. Talking about your age can be a fun way to connect, though someone might say, oh, I'm 22, and suddenly you have something in common. Next, you can talk about what you do, your job, your studies, or what you spend your time on. If you're a student, you could say, I'm a student and I study biology because I love science. If you have a job, you might say, I'm a chef and I enjoy cooking for people. Even if you don't have a job or aren't studying, you can share something like, I take care of my family, or I love painting in my free time. For example, I'm a nurse and I like helping people feel better. Family is another great topic to include. You could mention who's in your family and something special about them. For instance, I have 2 brothers and they're really funny, or my mother is a teacher and my father loves gardening. You don't need to share too much, just a sentence or two, like, I have a big family with 3 sisters, or I live with my parents and we love watching movies together. Pets are always a fun topic too. If you have a pet, you could say, I have a cat named Luna, and she's very sleepy, or I have a fish named Bubbles, he's so colorful. If you don't have a pet, you can say, I don't have a pet, but I love dogs, or I want a parrot someday. Talking about favorite things is a great way to show your personality. You could share your favorite food like, I love sushi because it's so fresh, or my favorite food is pasta, it's so comforting. Colors are fun too. My favorite color is red because it's bold, or I love green because it reminds me of nature. You can also mention your favorite animal like, I love elephants because they're so strong, or my favorite animal is a dolphin because they're smart. Hobbies are another way to make your introduction exciting. Maybe you love reading, dancing, or playing video games. You could say, I love painting because it helps me relax, or I enjoy hiking because I love being outdoors. Add a little reason why you like it, like, I play soccer because it's fun to play with friends, or I read adventure books because they're so exciting. You can even talk about things you don't like to add some balance. For example, I don't like spicy food because it's too hot, or I don't like waking up early, it's so hard for me. These little details make your introduction relatable and fun. For example, here's a short introduction. Hi, my name is Emma. I'm from Australia, and I live in Sydney. I'm a student, and I study art. I have a cat named Bella, and I love painting, but I don't like spicy food. Or, hello, I'm Carlos. I'm from Mexico, and I'm a chef. My favorite food is tacos, and I love playing guitar. See how easy that is? You don't have to say everything, just pick 2 or 3 things that feel right for the moment. If you're in a classroom, you might say, my name is Aisha, and I'm learning English to travel the world. At a party, you could say, hi, I'm Jack, and I love hiking and eating ice cream. At a job interview, you might say, hello, I'm Sophia, and I'm a designer who loves creating beautiful things. The trick is to keep it simple, be friendly, and think about where you are. Practice makes it easier, so let's try it together. Say out loud, "Hi, my name is. I'm from. I like." For example, "Hi, my name is Maria. I'm from Brazil. I'm a student. I like dancing." Pause the podcast and try it now. Say it out loud and feel how natural it sounds. Great job. To make it even easier, here are a few tips. First, don't overthink it. Just share a few things and keep it short. 2 or 3 sentences are enough. Second, smile when you talk. It makes you sound warm and approachable even if you're nervous. Third, think about the situation. In a class, mention why you're learning English. At a party, talk about your hobbies. At work, focus on your job or skills. Finally, practice, practice, practice. The more you say it, the more confident you'll feel. For example, at school, you could say, "My name is Juan. I'm from Spain, and I'm learning English to meet new people." At a party, you might say, "Hi, I'm Lisa. I love dancing and eating chocolate." At a job, you could say, "Hello, I'm Sam. I'm a teacher, and I love helping kids learn." See how you can change your answer to fit the moment? It's like picking the perfect outfit for the occasion. Now, here's our question of the day to help you practice even more. I want you to go to the comment section below this podcast and write 1 or 2 sentences about yourself. For example, "My name is Anna, and I'm from Italy. I love pasta and reading books." Or, "Hi, I'm Ken. I'm from Japan, and my favorite animal is a panda." You can share your name, where you're from, your favorite food, your hobby, or anything you want. I'm so excited to read your comments and learn a little about you. It's going to be so much fun. Before we go, let me recap my own introduction to inspire you. I'm Paul, a 28-year-old English teacher from Canada. I live in a small town in a house with a garden. I have a sister named Sarah, a mother who's a writer, and a father who's a doctor. My dog Max is my best buddy, and I love vegetable pizza, the color blue, and playing soccer. I don't like olives or waiting in long lines. See how I mixed a few things to tell you about myself? You can do the same. Maybe you'll say, "I'm Maria from Brazil. I'm a student and I love dancing, but I don't like math." Or, "I'm Ahmed from Egypt. I have a cat and my favorite food is pizza." Whatever you choose, keep it simple and have fun with it. Tell me about yourself isn't a scary question. It's an invitation to share a little piece of who you are. Thank you so much for listening to the Learning English podcast today. I've had a blast sharing my story and teaching you how to talk about yourself. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe to our podcast, give us a big thumbs up, and share it with anyone who's learning English. Your support helps us keep making these episodes for you. Don't forget to leave your "Tell me about yourself" answer in the comments. I can't wait to read them. Stay safe, keep practicing your English, and I'll be back soon with another fun and helpful episode. Goodbye for now, everyone, and see you next time.